Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to include and use STL with Esenthel 2.0. It's very easy to do, however not necessarily obvious where to go to include it. You can't just include it in the files. So let's go to tutorials and we'll open standard tutorial project that comes with Esenthel 2.0. And I'm just going to go to day-night cycle, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to click on the application folder. Each application folder has its settings, and in here it says include headers. Now this is where I include any headers for maybe libraries or whatever that are not a part of Esenthel. So for the case of the standard template library, you just say the name of the header. However, if it's another library, like your own library or something, you have to include the full path. You can see it says type full path of header file name, header file, not pedophile, header file names separated each with that symbol. There's some examples. So for STL, I'll just put a couple of random STL libraries in, etc. Whatever you want. I mean headers, and if you want libraries, you put them in there, and that's all you need to do, and that's done. So I'll just go into here just to prove that it works. We'll quickly make a vector of ints, call that test. I'll make an iterator for that vector, and we'll go we'll just chuck in a bunch of values. Oops. You won't actually see anything that the in the actual when I run this, but just the fact that it doesn't crash, or just the fact that it compiles, shows that it's working. And I've done this with Android and stuff. There's no compatibility issues with it, which is great. I use it extensively in my projects. Of course, there's always the Esenthel containers. I personally couldn't get used to them, so I just decided to go back to STL. Alright, so let's just test that. Press play. If it compiles, then it looks like STL works. And there we are. It's running. It did some STL stuff in the init function. Obviously, it compiled and didn't crash. So there you go. That's how you include STL or any other real header file or library. Thanks for watching. If you learned something or like this video, then subscribe, like. I'm going to be coming up with a lot more tutorials, a lot more in depth, less simple stuff than that. So stay tuned.